Greetings and welcome to part 13.
Hey, see if you can find anything worth watching.
Welcome back to Behind the Hero. In yet another setback for the embattled Captain Quark, the Galactic Court ordered him to pay 6 billion bolts in damages to citizens suffering from personal hygienator syndrome. Only 2 days later, Quark was arrested trying to flee to Poketaru. The one-time hero, now full-time Zero, was placed in custody awaiting trial. But the next day it was discovered that he had escaped, flushing himself to freedom. We will return to Behind the Hero after these messages.
What a nut! I almost miss that guy sometimes. Almost.
So this time we're going to the testing facility on planet Dobo. This level is pretty interesting. We're not going to the testing facility right away. To do that, there's a little teleporter in the distance there. That's how we get to the testing facility. Now what we're going to do first is collect a bunch of bolts. I'm just addicted to this level because you get so many bolts from these little green lights, and there's just crates everywhere. You know, every time the first time you come to a planet, there's bolts everywhere. It's really satisfying. But I check out the vendor, and there's a new weapon. Now, obviously, I want that weapon, but it's 50,000 volts, so it's not something I can just get without really thinking about, sadly. Also, there's this new big yellow vendor, and that's an armor vendor. We've got our first armor of the game, which is 25,000 volts. Ugh, needless to say, they're making me choose between that and the mini rocket tube. Yeah, I'm going to pick the mini rocket tube, because the lack of armor can be... because I can get over the lack of armor just by, you know, playing better. Play better. That's the advice I always give to my friends whenever they need help on a game, or whenever they're saying that they're having trouble with a game. I always say, okay, I got some advice for you. Play better. And what do you know? That's almost always the answer. This level is, I guess, like the first to make us use the dynamo since we got it. Yeah, gadgets, I don't know, unless it's the swing shot, they won't be reused very often. The swing shot, of course, you're gonna see that all the time. The lava gun also, it kinda outlives its usefulness really quickly. Because right here, you see me try to use it on these guys, and it's not gonna work. It's just, there. It's kind of a mess, you know? That guy in the background is hitting the enemies better than I am, so... probably best to switch to something that can shoot over, like the Sentinels. I really do like the Sentinels, but in every game, I don't know. I feel they're a bit of a chore to upgrade. Because you have to constantly use them, and it's just... if you don't get them upgraded as soon as possible, they pretty much outlive their usefulness, and then you never use them, and you never upgrade them. And I'm always trying to wonder whether I should let my Sentinels kill the enemies, or if I should just kill them and hope that they get experience as well. So I don't know, I feel they're more of a chore than just something that's really useful. I haven't touched the bouncer yet because I know, well, okay, I used it on one enemy. But I know that that weapon is really good, and it basically stays useful until the very end of the game, so I'm in no rush to upgrade it, you know? Here, I kind of just rushed through taking all the hits. You know, why even bother? Who needs effort when... ow, wow. Who needs effort when you have... I don't know. I don't know what I was gonna say. Whatever. I'm so great at this thing. You see, I got a nanotech boost, and I basically went through this without a hit. If I didn't take a hit, I would have full health. I'm currently at full health. Therefore, I didn't take a hit. Flawless logic. Now here, if you fall off this bridge, you fall into the pit of despair, where you must once again face your greatest fears. I'm sure you're very well aware of what those fears are. Chicken bots! Yeah, that's right. Not regular chicken bots. These guys are the Chicken Bot 2.0s. Chicken Bots 2.0. Chicken Bot 2.0. Chicken. These are the chickens. I don't know. How do you... I can't words today. Wow, what's wrong with me? I don't know how to pluralize things that are like 2.0. Do you put the S after the 2.0, or do you say Chicken Bots 2.0? I thought I missed that shot for a second. Wow, I'm humming to the music. Holy crap, I haven't done that in like years. Well, okay, I usually hum to the music before the before I actually start recording. Like, as I'm setting up to record, I'll be humming to the music. Also, you know what time it is. It's time for another decoy clip. Start out with a corner clip, and it doesn't go so well. Yeah, you'll almost always clip, but it might not be through the wall you want to clip through. This time I clipped through the decoys, and I tried to hyper strike into them, because if you force yourself in between the wall and them, usually you'll end up getting through, but that didn't work out. This also didn't work out, so I tried to go for a middle clip, which is way harder than a corner clip. Because in a corner clip, you have the walls to support you. This time I have to, like, make walls by putting decoys around and in front of me, and as you can see, that did not work at all. So I just go for another corner clip on the other side this time. Camera starts freaking out, so I know I'm close. Just need one more, and I'm in. So what's in here? A platinum bolt, of course, and also a switch, because you're supposed to come from the other side of that door, so that saves me the trouble of having to decoy put back out, or save warp like I did on Megapolis. Here I'm showing off a little vent, because that's how you're supposed to get in here, through that vent. But Ratchet can't fit in there. What happens is later we get another weapon that lets us get in there, but I wanted to save the trouble of backtracking, so I decoy clipped. Of course, you know, I want to show off alternate routes. But that's not the only time in the game we do something like that, where we go through a little gate that we couldn't fit through. So don't worry, you're not missing anything. You'll see the other one later. Of course, I'm just completely ignoring the enemies up there with the... I don't know what I'm ignoring them with. Here's one of the vents that you can enter. There are two vents that you can enter, but there's just one that you need to come out of, obviously. They're all interconnected. And here I get a great idea, and synthenoids don't spawn. There we go. See, that's resourcefulness. I like that about these games. You have like a whole bunch of weapons, and it's like, what's the best for this situation? Of course, sometimes when you upgrade weapons, you kind of just throw that completely out of the window, you know? It's like, yeah, there's a certain weapon that would be great in this situation, but I've already upgraded it. Oh, and there's the last of the 3 vents. And it's like, okay, the Lancer would be great for these guys, but I've already upgraded it to the Heavy Lancer, so instead I'm just going to use the Secret Gun and slowly pick them apart. That's usually how the logic works. Like, I don't know, I get crazy about, how using upgraded weapons, it just, yeah. Anyway, we're at the end of this level, so cutscene.
Nobody, I mean nobody, gets by the mathematician.
I guess all the good names were taken.
Watch your mouth, Zero, before the mathematician subtracts your head from your shoulders!
Sir, as a fellow number cruncher, could I please ask what this is all about?
That moon's where we divide losers from winners before adding them to the Megacorp games. There's a challenger up there ready to reduce you to nothing.
This technology looks familiar. Perhaps I could...
Sweet. Think you can get us to that moon?
Yeah, that's right. Giant Clank is back. Oh my god, and he has never been better. We're going to another moon.
Hey! Remember us?
For some reason, in the original version of the game, whenever that cutscene would play, Ratchet would always be, "Hey, remember us?" And then he would just get cut off. In the remake, though, he does not have that problem. This boss fight is awesome. Giant Clank is the best in this game, and he has never been as good in any other game in the series. Even though he's only back for one more game, but... he'll be back in the next game, and then we will never see him again, sadly. I have no idea what wouldn't back Giant Clank. He's like one of the snakes. Also, I'm getting lag, which means that my commentary might be glitchy. Yay! Then I'll have to re-record everything. Well, not everything. You're gonna notice me being quiet a lot because I don't want my commentary to lag and for me to have to re-record everything.
You want a piece of me? Bring it on!
But yeah, Giant Clank, notice how he jumps really high. He's fast. He's not clunky like he was in the first game. And he actually has ammo instead of a really slow, like, recharge. Like, in the first game, whenever you would shoot missiles, you had to stay still. Jumping, you can only jump, like, 2 feet into the air. And your bomb, you had to stay still for a really long time. You would, like, glow red and shoot out this big bomb. For some reason, he does that now. He has your bomb from the first game. Which is actually kind of interesting. I'm sure you've seen him use it already. Yeah, he does it right now. For some reason, I canceled out the red screen. There it is.
Is that all you can do?
The most awesome thing about this guy, though, is that he basically uses all the same weapons and ammo that you have. Notice that there's tons of ammo scattered everywhere, and that I actually have a limited amount of missiles. I have 100 missiles, and since Clank shoots 2 at a time, you technically really only have 50. Not that you will ever run out, because, you know, there's just ammo everywhere. But the cool thing about this boss is that his HUD is exactly the same as yours. He does a bomb attack, he loses one of his 2 bombs. When he shoots missiles, he loses 2 of his 100 missiles. He has melee attacks. You really are fighting someone with the exact same abilities as you. And he does pick up ammo. Like, if he walks through ammo when he doesn't have any, he will end up picking it up, and then you won't have it. The only thing is that there's, like, literally an endless amount on this battlefield. You will never run out. I got a skill point for destroying everything on the moon. And now I'm ready to just be aggressive as hell. It's one of the best things about this boss. You can fight him any way you want. Best thing is being aggressive, though. I love getting in his face, lobbing bombs at him, just constantly, like this. This is where I just go in for the kill. I got, like, unlimited ammo now. I just murder him! And then it's over.
I'll get you, Ratchet.
When he falls down, he explodes, so it's kind of gruesome. But yeah, we're done now. Let's watch the cutscene.
Shocker, huh? Guess you guys were prime after all. You're going to the Megacorp Games!
Welcome to Megacorp Games, sponsored by Megacorp. Okay, Megacorp contestants, get ready to grapple with our Megacorp Gladiator team. And if you survive that, enter the Megacorp Battle Arena with our Mega Spider-Bot and our Mega Death-defying Mega Cage match. Then open the throttle for the all-Megacorp hoverbike race, brought to you by Team Megacorp Racing.
Hostile indigenous population not owned, endorsed, sponsored, supplied, advocated, or even liked by Megacorp. Approach at your own risk.
The Megacorp Games. Keep it mega.
Alright, that's the end of this level. So yeah, Giant Clank is really awesome. There are 2 Giant Clank fights in this game. Fortunately, it's the most of any game in the series. How many were in the first game? No, the first game had 2 as well, since you used him during the final boss. Oh, look at me completely miss there. Oh god. I'm so upset at myself. I always try to kill that enemy as I pass by on the taxi. At least I got some bolts for it though. But before we can do the next part of this level, I was dumb and I missed something, and I didn't finish Tadano. So we're gonna head back there. Catch you there. Tabora. Sorry, Tabora. See ya. Oh boy.